I'm so glad you clicked on this title. We are going to talk about CBD today. Hi, thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. What's up, Fertility fam? We gotta do what? Let's get those babies, ladies. Drops fall and the beauty of it all. What's up, Fertility fam? How are you? I'm guessing that you clicked on the link because you want to know about CBD and your fertility. First and foremost, I've been using the CBD oil and the salve for about 6 weeks. I've been using another brand, but this one I got from CNY, hashtag not sponsored. So I've been using this one, I want to say, for about 6 weeks. And the oil or the tincture I've been using, they're both about 6 weeks. This is 500 milligrams. I take it sublingually. What? I just take the dropper, put it under my tongue, and there's receptors in my tongue that help get it into my bloodstream. And then, eventually you swallow.
Come on, you knew I was a girl who swallowed.
This is going to be an adult video, as you can tell. So if you're not up for adult things or things that are related to, non-mainstream things, you might want to click off of this video now. I say that because I recently had a comment from someone, there was liquor bottles in the back of my video, and they were like, are those liquor bottles? I can't support you. So just letting you know ahead of time. All right. So I've been taking it for 6 weeks. I'm feeling very calm, very relaxed. It's helping me with my sleep. I take the salve, and I've been giving myself...
It has an interesting smell.
I've been giving myself these fertility massages at night, and then I put the emergency blanket, similar to if you do acupuncture, that little shiny mylar blanket. I put it on there because that helps the heat kind of radiate back into the body, and I love how it feels. Like I said, I do it before bedtime. I usually sleep like a baby. It's supposed to help with inflammation. There are some fertility doctors who are recommending CBD to their patients, and then there are others who are like, it's too soon to call. So that is why I wanted to do this research, because I've been using it, and I want to let you know what I looked into before I decided to use it, and before I decided it was the right thing for me. Of course, you can do your own research and make sure it's right for you. I am going to put all the links to everything that I talk about, all of my sources, in the description box below for you, for your reference. Of course, you work with your healthcare professional and yourself and decide what makes sense for you. First and foremost, we cannot conduct studies on pregnant women, which is good. It's an ethical thing. Studies can also not be conducted on women going through fertility treatment in regards to a substance that is unknown impact. So they have to test trials. They have to test on animals and other stuff first. So that's kind of where CBD is in the world of fertility. They're still testing on laboratory specimens and not on humans. And so no one was harmed in the making of this video or getting this research, but also this hasn't been proven or disproven on any human being. Okay, so let's get started. Cannabidiol, and my notes are down here, so I'm gonna look down here a little bit. Cannabidiol, or CBD, is one of the two most studied cannabinoids that come from the hemp and marijuana plants. The other one is THC, right? So these cannabinoids work within the body to help maintain a large regulatory system, the endocannabinoid system. I got 5 on it. Anyway, endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short. This system is comprised of a multitude of receptors located throughout your body. All right. So the ECS, or endocannabinoid system, is a complex, say that 3 times fast, network of receptors, molecules, enzymes that work together to help maintain cellular balance, or homeostasis, right? Okay, all of that within our body. Our bodies actually produce cannabinoids on their own. Yes, they do. So there's 2 kinds. There's the exogenous created cannabinoids like THC and CBD, that are found in cannabis, and then our body actually produces our own, and those are endogenously, right? Endo, again, I got 5 on it. Yeah, inside our bodies make it. So the endogenous cannabinoids, the one that we make inside, act as a key to a network of receptors within us and have the potential to unlock some impressive properties. They help our bodies regulate a number of functions ranging from appetite, sleep, mood regulation, neuroprotection, and immune function. Lots of stuff, right? So a lot going on, all from those endocannabinoids. One of these endocannabinoids is called anandamide. The word anandamide originates from the Sanskrit ananda. It roughly translates to bliss or joy. So that's an indication of the cannabinoid's properties and what it can do in your body. Like, that's an endogenous cannabinoid that your body creates, and it's responsible for bliss and joy. Sounds powerful, right? And it controls things. It has mood controlling properties. So, all right, let's take a step back and go over CBD and THC, because they're kind of close, but kind of not. There's a specific difference that I want to highlight to you. So they both primarily work with CB1 and CB2, though they can interact with others. So CB1 and CB2 are kind of like their main, and then they have some side chicks, right? So these receptors can be activated either by the body's naturally occurring cannabinoids, those endo ones, right? Or the exo ones, the external ones like CBD and THC. While THC actually binds to those receptors to activate it. So they become one, and it can alter what those receptors, the CB1 and CB2, the two main chicks, are doing in the body. THC binds to those receptors, takes over. CBD simply stimulates the body's naturally occurring cannabinoids. So think of it as like a tickle or a massage or some other motivation. They're not binding on there, they're just kind of encouraging them, right? And that causes them to do more of what they naturally do. That little bit of encouragement, motivation, just helps them kind of be the best version of themselves.
CBD is helping them be great.
Because CBD does not directly bind to these receptors, doesn't have any psychotropic effects or mind-altering effects. It doesn't. So that's the key difference that I want to say is the THC and the CBD. Also, there are studies that show THC is bad for male fertility. So weed, ganja, Mary Jane, I don't know, doobies, whatever you want to call it.
Marijuana is not good. That has been proven it is not good, specifically for male fertility.
That's why I wanted to make the distinction between THC and CBD. CBD does not behave the same way in the body, does not attach in the same way that THC does. THC can be mind-altering, binds. CBD is not mind-altering, does not bind, but stimulates. Okay? Does that make sense? Stimulates those receptors. In both men and women's bodies, reproduction is controlled by the signaling of the endocannabis system. Crazy, right? In a woman, the ECS affects the transport of the egg and the receptivity of the uterus during embryo implantation. It is also involved in a multitude of pathways after the embryo has been implanted. Am I saying add CBD to help support this process? No. I'm saying that your body already has cannabinoids in it that are helping support this process, and CBD would help stimulate what it naturally does based on the scientific research. Still has to be proven or disproven. Just these are the theories coming out of the research. Initial studies have found that CBD offers a multitude of medicinal benefits. These were studies done on non-pregnant, non-fertility seeking women, including antiemetic, which reduces nausea and vomiting, anti-inflammatory, that's always good for us TTC gals, antioxidant, antipsychotic, anticonvulsant, so suppresses seizure activity, right? Anti-cancer, antidepressant, anxiolytic, combats anxiety, reduces anxiety, so anti-anxiety, let's just say that, and analgesic, relieves pain, right? So why am I taking it? Like all this stuff, why do I think it's okay? One, because I'm running out of my fertility window. And so I think I'm a little more adventurous into experimenting on things that are new. In the same way that the woman who first took DHEA was willing to experiment, like it hadn't been proven, she was willing to kind of test it out. I'm willing to be a human guinea pig. We'll see. I'm already at the low end of percentages. However, based on my research and what's going on in my journey, it makes sense for me to take it. Again, you have to decide for yourself. All right. So the two big qualities that were striking to me, they improve sleep and improve mood. What happens is CBD interferes with the secretion of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and it allows for a more restful, deeper, and mindful sleep, which is really, really good. I have difficulty getting a really good night's sleep, and I will say the CBD oil, taking it sublingually, helps me get into a deeper sleep. Then elevated mood. It impacts a range of neurotransmitters, including the anandamide. Remember that bliss molecule that we have? It impacts that. So CBD oil acts as an anandamide reuptake inhibitor. What? That means it's stopping the neurotransmitter from being reabsorbed, and thus it's increasing the amount that's present in the brain, right? So it's there. It's kind of like the neurotransmitters typically would get reabsorbed and go back in. It's stopping it, so now it's bouncing back. It's not getting reabsorbed. Now they're all coming. They're not getting reabsorbed, so they're bouncing back. So now your brain is like flooded with all these like extra little happy bliss molecules because the CBD is not letting the brain reabsorb it. And it's like, it's partying here. So elevated mood. Do I feel that? I absolutely do. I've been feeling really good. I mean, I think you guys have noticed it in the videos. Like I haven't been stressed. I feel good. So even when something stressful happens, I feel like I'm better able to handle it. So those are the 2 reasons why I'm taking it. Again, it's shown, again, in non-pregnant women, but it also has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, etc. So I think putting the salve on my reproductive organs is good for anti-inflammatory purposes and the antioxidant purposes. So it's going right in and helping. It's right to the spot. So those are the 2 main reasons why I'm taking it. I think it's great. A couple other things before we go: duration and dosing. So as I said, I'm taking this one sublingually and this one's on my skin, so it's a transdermal application. It takes about 30 minutes to take effect when you take it sublingually, and it lasts for about 4 to 6 hours. The salve, you put it on, it takes about 2 hours for you to actually feel it, according to the research. I think I feel it a little bit sooner, but there's also other things in here like camphor, I think, because I do feel like a tingling and a relaxation. I know there's arnica in here, which is good for relaxation. I use that like when I'm tight. It's like a healthier Bengay type of cream if you're not familiar with arnica. So that's in here. So I do feel like an overall relaxation when I apply it to my reproductive organs externally on my belly. But yeah, it takes about 2 hours to kick in, and then that lasts for about 5 to 8 hours. So it's great to do before bed. Like I said, I do the massage. I wrap myself in the emergency blanket, Mylar blanket, and leave it on there for about 30 minutes. I don't sleep with the blanket on, so I feel like by the time I do that and remove everything, it's nice and kicked in, and then I go to sleep, and it feels like it's there the entire time I'm sleeping. So, of course, both of these numbers are specific to like me. I looked at the grid. I kind of applied what my weight was, etc. My experience. It's going to depend on your body weight, the strength of your dosage, all that kind of fun stuff. I did read in here, it says it recommends that you start off on a lower dose and go higher. It's like the opposite of its effects. I can't think of what they called it, a transference, I think. But the longer you take the CBD, the less you need it. Like your body has already been trained, like it's encouraged those receptors so much that the longer you take it, when it gets in there and like starts, massaging and motivating those receptors, they're like, yeah, we know what to do. So the recommendation is start off lower, give it a try for 3 to 4 weeks, and then go up higher. So for me, this one is 500 milligrams. I actually started off taking 1,000. I hadn't read the dosage part yet. So I'm now down to 500. I took 1,000 by just taking 2 of these. Like it explains to you it doesn't fill up. Yikes. So you squeeze it. There it is. Hopefully you can see that. It's like half of this thing is filled. That's 500 milligrams. So I would have to do it twice to do it. And I say half because don't keep squeezing it, think the whole thing is going to fill up. It's half of it. It will fill as you squeeze it. That's your dosage. So that's that. Again, all my links and references are linked in the description box below. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you've tried it and you've enjoyed it, let me know that as well. Again, for me, it's a personal choice, but for me, it has helped me just be chill and have my mood a lot better. And I think that's good during stims, just throughout the whole fertility journey. But when you're stimulating using those meds, can get a little wacky up here with all the hormones. So that was helpful for me as well. hopefully that helps you in your research. You're obviously researching because you found this video if you're not a regular member of the Fertility fam. Please consider joining if this is your first time here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will talk to you in the comments. I want to know, have you tried it? Are you thinking about trying it, and has this swayed you in any way? If you had any ill or adverse effects about that, I want to hear, let me know that too. I'm curious. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Baby does to us all.